Welcome to Juicing for Fat Loss.
We're here to help you build the body you love and love the body you live in with whole foods and juices.
My name's Artemis Kassane.
And I'm Crystal Kassane, and today we're talking about how to reverse fatigue and have more energy in 3 simple steps.
So today's hangout is going to be full of inspired and empowered information, going over lots of simple practical tips and some advanced information on how you can reverse fatigue, increase your vitality, and have more energy. And I have a pen in my hand.
Uh-oh.
So take notes. Some of this information you've never heard before. So we're going to be launching right into our hangout in just a second. Before we start, we invite you to go to Juice This Up and get our free report. For all of you who are watching for the first time and you just getting to know us in Juicing for Fat Loss, go ahead and check out our free report on how to avoid the top 7 juicing mistakes while you learn to juice like a pro. And we are going to be
where am I? JuiceThisUp.com. It's right above my head.
JuiceThisUp.com.
Do it.
And in the report, we share a lot of just simple and effective tips on getting the most out of your slow-speed juicer, how to store your juice, and how to really make juicing fun, easy, and highly rewarding. And so if you're new to juicing, you've never done juicing before, or you're interested in exploring juicing as a life practice, check out our free report at Juice This Up.
All right, next step. Here we go. Before we get into today, medical disclaimer.
The very exciting medical disclaimer.
So we're going to start our screen share. And
the information in this presentation is not intended to replace a one-on-one relationship with your qualified healthcare professional and is not intended as medical advice.
This presentation is for sharing knowledge and information from the research and experience of Artemis and Crystal Kassane, JuicingForFatLoss.tv, and the experts who have contributed to our programs.
We encourage you to make your own healthcare decisions based upon your research and in partnership with a qualified healthcare professional. Thank you for empowering your own health and well-being.
All right. And back to us.
So the mission and purpose of Juicing for Fat Loss is to inspire and educate you to achieve dynamic health through whole foods and juices. You know, I like to follow with that statement after the medical disclaimer because we're here to educate you, and we're here to give you, knowledge and tools and lifestyle tips that really help you achieve dynamic health.
Now can I talk about engagement?
Not yet.
Oh. No?
And Crystal and I have served over 8,000 people in the past 8 years. We have seen a lot of issues with fatigue, and we've seen more and more people experiencing fatigue, chronic fatigue, confusion, brain fog, tiredness, and there are answers to why this is happening in our culture, and there are solutions. And so we're here today to give you some of our super secret scrolls on proper sleep, on hydration and juicing, and on cleansing and detoxification, and how learning these 3 basic principles are going to support and educate and motivate you and to help build a dynamic health, as well as have more energy, vitality, exuberance, enthusiasm. We weren't always this healthy. We came from, I was eating biscuits and gravy and Fruity Pebbles as big as my head for Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, I was raised...
That's a big Fruity Pebble.
Big Fruity Pebble. I was eating lots of toxic dairy foods, pasteurized foods, homogenized glow-in-the-dark milks, refined sugars, grains, soft batch cookies in the microwave. I mean, I grew up on all that stuff. And as I went through periods of cleansing, detoxifying, rejuvenating, flooding my body with living water and living juices and hydrogen and oxygen and minerals, that's when my energy really started to increase. And the vitality really started to increase. So I have pen. Take notes. Now on to engagement.
Oh, you see, he switched that up on me. We were going to do it in a different order, but that's okay. I forgive you, honey. You're still adorable. All right. So let's talk about engagement today. If you are inside the Hangout, welcome. We have almost a full panel today, so thank you guys for being here. It's so exciting. Be sure you write your comments inside the chat, inside the Hangout, and we will answer your questions and chat back with you. If you're watching via the event page, wait, don't change anything, I need that. Okay, if you're watching via the event page, then be sure and leave your comments and questions on the wall. We are monitoring the wall, and I'll show you how we're doing that with our oh so cool comment tracker tool that I love so much. So I'm going to thank Sherry Brockington for leaving a message saying she'll definitely catch the replay. Thanks for thinking of her with the invite. You are
Sherry.
welcome, Sherry. And we have a few other people who said the same thing. They're not going to be with us live today, but they're catching the replay. So I'm very happy to hear the people.
Except for Natasha, who did make it into the Hangout. So welcome, Natasha. Good to see you.
Okay, well,
she's right here.
Awesome. Hi,
yeah,
Natasha.
She made it.
Yeah, she was saying she wasn't going to be here, and then she is, and then now she's here, and so she's here, she said, for a good refresher and update. Thank you very much for being here. And Mr. Smith says hello to everybody.
Mr. Smith.
Hello, Mr. Smith. And, of course, our favorite, fantabulous, fantastic Mike Fountain.
The exuberant, lovable master coach, Mike Fountain. Welcome, Mike, to the Hangout.
Yes, thank you for being here. We dig your scene. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so that's the kind of thing I'm going to be doing today. That's what I love doing, so be sure you give us some Hangouts, and I'll pull up questions if you have questions, too. And, of course, if you're inside, I'm monitoring the internal chat, so I'll see you there as well.
Awesome. Yeah, so we encourage questions. Type them in the event wall or type them in the chat, and we'll get to them periodically throughout the discussion today on reversing fatigue and having more energy. And the overview of our Hangout is proper sleep. So we're going to talk about sleep and how to get the best sleeping environment and when to go to bed and how to increase rejuvenation and restoration while you sleep. We're also going to touch on hydration and juicing and why hydration and optimal hydration through pure water and juicing equals energy. We're also going to share about cleansing and detox and go over some of the common everyday toxins that are showing up more and more in our world today and how that affects confusion and brain fog and fatigue in your body. And you know, fatigue is such a general statement, and you know, everybody can say, well, I feel tired or I feel fatigued. And no, that's not the case. We were born, our birthright is divine health, radiant health, vitality, and energy. And when we become good stewards of our body and we're honoring our body with the right nutrition and hydration and proper sleep, we will increase our energy levels again. And so it's not normal to be tired all day. It's actually abnormal. Our normal state of health is vitality, divine health, radiant health. And so keep this in mind as we show this information today, because even though you may have lots of friends who are just drinking coffee just to keep going, you don't need stimulants for energy. And we're going to give you some distinct distinctions about where our energy comes from in the second part of the Hangout. So are we ready to jump in?
Yes.
Proper sleep.
Proper sleep.
So how many people watching today go to bed at around 9:30 or 10 every night? Or do you find yourself staying up, you know, past 11 or 12? So the first rule of sleep, the number one rule of sleep, is be in bed every night at 10 p.m., meaning head on the pillow, not watching TV, not looking at your smartphone, not reading your tablet.
We're going to talk about looking at your smartphone and reading your tablet because there's some really cool information with
So
that.
why is it important to go to bed at 10 for vitality and for reversing fatigue? This is why. In ancient Chinese medicine, and Chinese medicine is one of my backgrounds as a practitioner and a coach, there are 12 organs in the body. There are 6 yin organs, solid. There are 6 yang organs, which are hollow. So we can see how our body is this perfect balance of yin and yang, solid and hollow. And guess what? There's 24 hours in the day, so each organ...
You're funny.
I know.
There's 24 hours in a day.
There's 24 hours in a day. I get so excited. There's 24 hours in a day, and each organ peaks at 2-hour intervals throughout the day. And this is related to what's called the circadian rhythm of the body. And they knew this in Chinese medicine. They began to track our biological clock. Your liver and your gallbladder peak in their function between 11 and 1 and 1 and 3. So gallbladder starts to turn on and flush toxins and filter your body when you're supposed to be in a deep sleep at 11 p.m. So, and then when the gallbladder's completed its peak function between 11 and 1, your liver now kicks in between 1 and 3 when you're in super deep REM sleep. And so if you're constantly staying up past 11 p.m. night after night after night, you are hindering your body's capacity to filter and remove toxins and waste from the day before. And a lot of this is related to cortisol, or the stress hormone. So your liver and gallbladder, their job is to remove the stress hormones, to filter the blood, to replenish the blood, to cleanse and energize and revitalize your body. And if you're not going to sleep at 10 p.m. every night, and this has been a discipline that we've been practicing for many, many years, if you're not in bed by 10, then you're backing up. Toxins are backing up in your body. So what do you do if you've been staying up past midnight for like years? We recommend you go on a sleep vacation and you use essential oils and essential oil diffusion to enhance relaxation. A lot of people they're so active, they live such a high stress lifestyle that it's challenging to turn your brain off when you lay down in the bed, especially if you've been staying up late every night. So what we recommend you do is you bring an essential oil diffuser into your bedroom. So
How cool looking is that?
So this is our diffuser from Young Living, and we're diffusing essential oils right now. So one of our favorite essential oils to promote sleep. I love this thing. It's so cool.
Yeah, but put it over there so it doesn't.
One of our favorite oils is lavender oil and peace and calming oil. About 8 drops in your diffuser, and you turn your diffuser on an hour before you lay down, and you start to flood the room with beneficial aromatic molecules that tell your nervous system to go from sympathetic to parasympathetic, from highly active waking state to calm, relaxing, parasympathetic sleep state. And lavender and peace and calming, these particular 2 essential oils balance your nervous system. As you breathe them in, it helps slow the mind, calm the heart. And then I also recommend you just do some gentle visualization, relaxation exercises, and just tell your body to relax. Start to breathe. Breathe the oils in, and that will help with sleep.
Okay, so we have a few questions for you to answer.
Questions at the end.
But before, hang on, I'm talking. All right, so before we get to the questions, I want to give you an experiential, story of the essential oils and diffusing. So before we got this diffuser, we had a different one that was just, it was great, but it was a little too loud to sleep with. So we hadn't been diffusing essential oils in our bedroom. When we got this one, it's nice and quiet. So we put it in our bedroom and started diffusing essential oils at night. So we diffused peace and calming, and I noticed when we diffuse peace and calming, I am out.
Sleeping like a baby.
Like hard, deep sleep. So if you are experiencing any kind of sleep challenges, go get your diffuser, put some peace and calming in it, and see if it works for you the way it worked for me. I mean, out. So that was a really cool tool. Yes, you can use peace and calming and lavender together. That's nice too. I'm a purist.
We encourage you to mix and match your oils and enjoy the benefits.
I said I'm a purist, and he said I encourage you to mix and match.
Yeah.
That means there's no rules.
Enjoy the benefits of aromatherapy before bed. As you're diffusing lavender or peace and calming, you may put a drop on each pillow, and then just let it diffuse off of your pillow, and you will notice a big shift in your sleep.
And Leila on the event page says, I love essential oil diffusion.
Yeah.
So glad you like it, Leila. We definitely
And then
do
also
too.
rubbing essential oils at the base of the skull, which is where you balance your sympathetic, parasympathetic, and your nervous system is right here. So rubbing oils here, a little bit on the brow. So you can layer the essential oils through diffusion, through your pillow, and through your body. Another really important benefit of proper sleep is the direction of your bed. And so our body's electromagnetic. And when we're facing north and south, we're aligned with more of the magnetic north and south. We're more aligned. And that allows our electrical energies to flow through the body in balance and harmony. So if you have a bedroom where it's convenient for you to move your bed and face it north and south, that's also going to enhance sleep, enhancing your electromagnetic balance while you sleep, which helps support deeper REM states, deeper relaxation states, and deeper sleep. And so all these little tips about sleep, when you add them, it really makes a big difference. The third and final tip about sleep is having no light in your room. And that's because of our body needs light and dark in balance. And so we need sunshine every day, which stimulates the production of neurotransmitters in the brain. Serotonin and dopamine, all the healthy, happy hormones are produced from sunlight, in addition to a healthy diet. When we enter darkness and we're in pitch black room, we get optimal melatonin production in the brain. And so if you have light coming in through your windows at night, we encourage you to get blackout curtains. Just type out blackout curtains on Amazon or go to your local Bed Bath & Beyond and get a good set of curtains that blocks out all the light in your room. And I'm talking so black that you put your hand in front of your face and you can't see it.
I mean, that's the idea. We've only once or twice do I remember actually having a bedroom that dark.
Yes.
But if you can get it that dark, you'll be surprised, maybe even amazed at how much that helps you sleep.
When we sleep and when we go in, when we're in bed at 10 every night and we go into a deep REM at 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, liver gallbladder is now filtering properly, rejuvenating properly. That means healthier blood, healthier skin, healthier hair over time, healthier digestion of our fats and proteins. Also, when we sleep, our dreams are like nourishment. And so just like in the waking state, we need food for nourishing our physical body, our dreams nourish our emotional body and our spiritual body. And if you're not getting proper sleep, you may not be getting enough dreams. You may not, and dreams as food are just as much nourishment as the food we eat every day. And we don't usually think about our dreams as something that will nourish and feed our emotional body. And think about all of the vivid and processing you do while you sleep and dream, all the emotional release and all of the emotional connection and exploration of your subconscious mind. So you need sleep as a nutrient just as much as you need water and food to have dynamic health, to be vibrant and vital every day. And what we're seeing today, particularly with computers, is the light coming into our rooms and the lights coming in past 7 and 8 p.m. are telling our brain and pineal gland not to produce serotonin and stay awake. So we have another really cool tool for you called Flux.
Flux, what a cool name.
So we recommend you go to Flux. Do we have the website?
I'll have to look it up.
So Chris is looking it up right now. So what Flux does is it changes the light intensity of your computer monitor in balance with the sunrise and the sunset. So we encourage you to explore this app called Flux, install it into your computers, and if you find yourself on the computer, after 7 or 8 p.m., the Flux app is going to start lowering the intensity of the light of your computer monitor from like full spectrum bright, stay awake, to softer glow. And the Flux app also will help you shut down or get more relaxed throughout the night. And sometimes Chris and I, as online entrepreneurs, we're on the computer until like 9 or 10 o'clock, answering emails, giving support, doing coaching. The Flux app has made a huge difference for me personally in helping my mind kind of calm and quiet down late at night when I'm on the computer. So that's another little tip and trick that many of you may have not even heard of Flux. We recommend you get it on your computer if you are staying up at night on the computer.
So here's how you get it. You go to Just Get Flux, which is spelled FLUX.com. Just Get FLUX.com. It is a free app, and it's really the coolest thing. I'll tell you, because we have full spectrum lighting in our living room, and what that does is during the day it's awesome. It mimics, it always mimics full spectrum light. So during the day it's very energizing and vitalizing. But if I keep it on at night, I'm still energized and vitalized at night. So I turn the bright light off as the sun sets, and then at the same time my computer monitor does like a sunset function.
It's really cool.
It is cool. Where the light dims, and it's so nice because I naturally find myself winding down and going, okay, it's time to get ready for bed. I'm starting to get tired. Things are going dark. It's our natural circadian rhythm. When things go dark, it's time to go to sleep. So it is a very cool app.
So we need light. We need sun to produce our neurotransmitters. We need darkness to start producing melatonin. And the Flux app is like that transition from light to dark. Even if you're on your computer past 7 or 8 p.m., the Flux is going to start telling your brain by the direct stimulation of the light to calm and relax and quiet. So we encourage you to download that app for your computer for those who are on their computers way too much. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what. Yeah, I got the T-shirt.
Yeah.
So proper sleep, diffuse essential oils, use lavender, use peace and calming. By the way, if you want to learn more about essential oils, we did a hangout last week on everyday essential oils for greater fat loss, deeper cleansing, and building beautiful skin from within. And Crystal created a short link. You just go to bit.ly/EO class.
So it's a bit.ly link. So it's bit.ly/EO class, and that'll take you right to the hangout we did last week. Hi. And you can see all kinds of information about essential oils there. In fact, one of the questions we answered has popped up on the wall today. What essential oils are good to use for headaches? Go watch that hangout.
Yes.
The answer is in there.
Peppermint. Okay. Yeah, peppermint.
You told them. All right.
So, yeah, watch that video if you haven't learned anything about essential oils or how to use them in your lifestyle. We go over lemon, lime, orange, lavender, peppermint, and we talk about all the lifestyle tips and tricks for those essential oils. And so we love the way aromatherapy supports our relaxation because we're so high performance people. The oils really make a big difference in transitioning and moving into rest and rejuvenation. So proper sleep is number one. Number two is hydration and juicing. So
we're going to work juicing into it.
We got to talk about juice because juice is liquid sunshine. It's liquid hydrogen. It's liquid energy. And so let's bring up our overlay.
Okay.
So we have a formula today for energy.
Oh, the energy formula, that overlay. This is a cool formula. Here we go.
Hydrogen plus oxygen plus minerals equals energy.
Ooh, say it again. That was cool.
Hydrogen plus oxygen plus minerals equals your energy, your greater vitality. Most people are not drinking enough water, or when they're drinking water, the water is not hydrating their bodies because it's dead water. So when you're just adding juice, let's say a liter in the morning, you're getting a pure, highly structured, hydrogen-rich, oxygen-rich, mineral-rich living water that's giving you energy. When we think about our body, it's 70% water. Hydrogen is the #1 nutrient for our body. And there's a lot of nutritionists and practitioners that overlook this simple truth. I learned this truth by studying Victor Schoberger's work and Kellum Coates and MJ and Dr. Mushik John and also the work of Dr. Batman Jilic through Your Body's Many Cries from Water. Our #1 nutrient is breath, oxygen, water, hydrogen. And it's these nutrients through breath and hydration that keep us vital, vibrant, and alive. And guess what? When we eat food, when we're digesting and breaking down food, we're breaking down the hydrogen bonds in food, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, to release more hydrogen into our body. So hydrogen is the life giver. Hydrogen is the energizer. And when we're hydrogen deficient through not enough water and a deficiency in live green foods, live fruits and vegetables, which are a great source of hydrogen and oxygen, when we get deficient in hydrogen, that's when we get depleted in energy. So this is a fundamental nutritional principle. Just drink more water and add minerals to your water to improve the quality of your water so that the hydrogen bonds are more hydrating to your body. We also encourage, if you're close to a spring, you harvest spring water every, once or twice a month and drink spring water because it is the most structured and living water.
Enzo's inside the hangout with us. He says, "I'm off to get some water." I said, "Good idea. Anyone else?"
Yeah. Anyone thirsty right now?
Go grab some water.
As we talk about water, your body's gonna be going, "Where's my water?"
Right, in your glass jar.
So hydrogen is the life giver. Think of hydrogen reduction, oxygenation. And so we oxidize and reduce, hot and cold, expansion, contraction, oxidation, reduction. These are the balancing mechanisms in the body. Hydrogen is the great reducer. It's the great energizer. It's the great longevity enhancer. And I know a lot of you practitioners watching right now are having big light bulbs go off in your head. Because when I learned this, big, huge light bulbs went off in my head around juicing. Because if you don't have access to good water, your second best choice is to drink live green juices. Because the water in your fruits and vegetables, when you juice them, are alive. And they're giving you lots of hydrogen, lots of energy in that juice. And for those of you who've done a juice cleanse or a juice feast, you know what I'm talking about because the energy of juice is rich in hydrogen, oxygen, and minerals. When you make your glasses of green juice, you're going to see bubbles rise to the top. That's the oxygen molecules. And then the hydrogen molecules are doing a dance in there with all the minerals and the enzymes. and it's basically a liquid crystal energizer. Like when you look at your juice, it's a liquid crystal energizer of hydrogen, oxygen, and minerals. The more green juices you drink over time, the more vitality and energy you're going to have. Why? Because you're replenishing your hydrogen stores. The body pools hydrogen in the liver as well as the blood and lymphatic system. And so as you start to add more water, more mineralized water, add more green juices, you start to replenish hydrogen, and your fatigue will lift because now your body has a reserve of hydrogen. So a lot of us are so depleted of hydrogen, we're not getting enough water and good food, good juice, that it takes a few weeks or a few months to replenish those reserves. But once you get enough hydrogen stored up in your body, then your vitality really starts to come back. You're waking up with more energy because your liver has enough of that reserve hydrogen to filter and detoxify while you sleep. So hydrogen is the life giver,
and hydrogen comes naturally in
pure living water, live green juices, organic raw fruits and vegetables. And so a diet rich in raw fruits and vegetables, plant foods, juices, and water is a good start in boosting your energy. Now let's talk about minerals. So minerals are electrolytes. So you have like sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium. Electrolytes increase electricity. Your body is a saltwater crystal. You're made of 70% water and salt. Many of us are mineral deficient, so we don't have the electrolytes to stay electric. So think of electricity as like your power source. So your power source is in the living energy and the minerals in your organic fruits and vegetables. The more minerals you get, once again, from live green juices, one of your best sources of nutrient-dense macro minerals and trace minerals, getting more juice, getting more superfoods, fruits and vegetables, flooding your body with minerals increases your electrolyte balance, increases your electrical potential, and that will also boost your vitality and reverse fatigue. Now, the one thing that's going to get in the way, the major obstacle to feeling energy from your hydrogen and minerals, is going to be living a sedentary lifestyle, having inflammation in the body, having toxins in the body. So when you start to use these tools we're recommending, if you don't feel a boost of energy right away, that's okay. There's a reason for that, because the hydrogen and the minerals are neutralizing those toxins. The hydrogen and the minerals in your juices are buffering and cleansing away. So you may need to do some cleanses over the next 6 months to a year to buffer the acids, to filter out the toxins, and to eliminate what is basically consuming all of the minerals, because many people live a very acidifying lifestyle. And so when you initially start to flood your body with minerals, it may take a while for those minerals to hold and start increasing your electrical potential because of the detox effect of juicing and highly mineralized food. So keep that in mind, that it may take you like a couple weeks or a couple months to really start feeling that boost of energy from adding more minerals.
So I'm just going to bring up a reminder that the energy formula is 3 components: hydrogen plus oxygen plus minerals. And one of the reasons we are such big juice proponents, even if it's just adding a juice a day, you don't even have to do a whole juice cleanse, just add juice to your daily life. One of the reasons we're such huge proponents of it is juice has hydrogen, oxygen, and minerals.
An abundance of minerals.
And that equals energy. Remember, we didn't say hydrogen equals energy. It's 3 components. And so juice, very good idea.
Yes. And I'll also mention a little, like on a little tangent too, that healthy fats are a great source of hydrogen. And when we eat saturated and unsaturated fats, our body is getting an abundance of hydrogen as well. So healthy fats in the form of coconut oil, grass-fed butter, ghee, olive oil, flax oil, all the healthy organic unsaturated fats and the organic saturated fats, both from coconut and butter, are all a rich source of hydrogen. And bringing more fat into your lifestyle does boost your energy. And that wasn't in our outline, but I feel called to mention that fat is your friend. Fat is good for energy. Fat is also burned into hydrogen before carbohydrates.
Don't fear the fat.
Don't fear the fat. Eat fat. Because many people...
But eat good quality fats. It's very important.
And eat them in balance and proportion. So maybe like a couple teaspoons of coconut oil in your green smoothie, a little bit of grass-fed butter over your steamed vegetables, or in your hot cocoa, like I'm drinking right now with a little butter. So we do recommend adding fat because fat is an important energy source in addition to hydrogen, oxygen, and minerals. And if you want to learn more information about juicing, if you're really interested in adding juice every day the fun and easy way, we recommend you go to juicethisup.com, check out our juicing program, because we teach you a lot of the common mistakes people are making, and then how to jump in and do a juice cleanse and flood your body with hydrogen and minerals and get more out of your juicer, more out of your juice. And the way we teach juicing is a lot different from most people because we make it a lot funner and easier. So next is cleansing and detox. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this and you have any questions, feel free to type them in the event wall or put them in the chat wall. And I can recommend some references and resources for you on pure living water and hydrogen. What are toxins and how do toxins affect your energy? What are the connections between toxins and fatigue? And the last research I studied from the FDA and the USDA, they stated that there were 50,000 toxins being released into the air and the water.
Yeah, wait, I apologize. I have to pull this comment. It's too good. Okay,
Go ahead.
Christy says, grass-fed real butter is back.
Yeah, baby, butter is back. And butter is a great source of energy.
It is true. And what's funny, the reason I'm laughing is because people get so excited about butter.
I know.
I mean,
it's like we've been starving ourselves of something our body and brain really needs. And so butter is back, Christy.
I really like that she said grass-fed real butter because that's key.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fake butter out there, but real grass-fed butter. Also, when we're cleansing the body, when we're removing toxicity, we're lightening the load on our nervous system, our endocrine system, and we're lightening the load on our digestive system. The number one causes of fatigue with toxicity is dysbiosis. What the heck is that? Dysbiosis is an imbalance of positive and negative bacteria where there's more pathogenic, oxygen-starving bacteria in your intestines instead of the good probiotic bacteria, which is oxygen-rich. And so when you do a juice cleanse, you give your digestion a rest, and then the living water and all of the soluble fiber in juice. Yes, juice has fiber, and it's soluble fiber. The insoluble is pushed out through the extractor, and juice is rich in hydrogen, oxygen, soluble fiber. And when you're cleansing with juice, it's acting like a broom, and it's kind of softening and cleansing the intestines and helping heal dysbiosis. That's why a lot of people get so much benefit from juicing or juice cleansing, because it's so hydrating and cleansing to the digestive system. And so a lot of people have dysbiosis from hormones, antibiotics, steroids, bread, pasta, rice, sugar, and flour, coffee, alcohol, and processed foods for too many years. And that causes an imbalance of positive and negative bacteria. When you cleanse the colon, when you just add juice every day, when you bring probiotic balance back to your gut, the dysbiosis is healed, and now you have an oxygen-rich and hydrogen-rich intestinal terrain. And your probiotic bacteria are aerobic. They thrive in an oxygen and hydrogen-rich environment. So guess what? The more oxygen and hydrogen you're adding to your body, the more your probiotics can thrive and begin to remove the pathogenic bacteria. And we have all kinds of reports in Juicing for Fat Loss program teaching you how to enhance colon cleansing and how to support the cleansing effect of your juices with herbs and enzymes and essential oils. And essential oils also support the proliferation of your probiotic bacteria.
Wait, the proliferation of your probiotic bacteria?
Yeah.
Like
lots of probiotic.
Proliferation of your alliteration of your, sorry.
When, we need the probiotics. We need the healthy inner ecosystem in our gut to stay in pH balance, to stay oxygen-rich, hydrogen-rich. And so dysbiosis and the toxins in our gut is one of the major zappers of our energy. And so How do you know if your gut's toxic? If you're only eliminating once a day and you're dehydrated, healthy bowel eliminates 3 times a day. If your eliminations are hard and they're challenging to release.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
If they stink.
If they're really stinky, that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
If they're really, really stinky,
and when you
toxins.
and when you do a juice cleanse, whew, it may stink a little bit, but you're getting that, you're releasing it, you're letting it go.
You're letting toxins go.
And so it takes anywhere from 3 to 6 to 9 months in cycles to fully restore your gut health. And it's a step by step by step process. So be patient with yourself. If you do have dysbiosis, go step by step. And just add juice in the morning, go gluten-free, dairy-free, eat healthy foods, eat probiotic-rich foods, and you will restore your gut.
So I'll just jump in briefly and share my story of when I met Artemis. I had a lot of kind of like stressed out adrenal and fatigue symptoms and
hives this big.
Yeah. But I didn't know that's what hives meant. And the doctors I visited just thought it meant I needed Benadryl, which didn't even sound right at the time to me. So I also had some pretty strong digestive challenges, even though I was eating all the right things. So doing a series of cleansing was the most beneficial thing I ever did for myself. And I will tell you, it required a lot of patience for me, because I probably like a lot of people, right? I want to take a pill or I want to do a cleanse once and be done with it. But that's, my body I had been building up to that condition for 30 years, and then I expected to just turn it around in a week. No, it took a little more than that, and it took some patience and nurturing, which is also exactly the energy that helped me relax and heal from the adrenal stress and rebuild my energy stores. So cleansing and detox is a very important key when it comes to rebuilding your energy.
Yeah, and in addition to fatigue, sometimes fatigue is confused with brain fog, or feeling confused, or feeling depressed, or having some people who are really, really toxic are angry all the time, and they have a death wish. They're suicidal, and so fatigue kind of is an umbrella for a lot of these mental and emotional states we can experience around confusion, brain fog, depression, chronic anger, chronic anxiety. A lot of this is related to toxicity. And when you detox the body, when you remove all of the toxins that are causing fatigue, it is going from depression to expression, where you literally get to express your spirit. You get to express your vitality, your energy, your life force. Remember, divine radiant health is our birthright. Being vital and vibrant is our birthright. We were born to, look at little kids running around. They're little balls of hydrogen. They haven't gotten any toxins built up yet.
And oxygen and minerals.
And minerals, and look at our children. They're just so energetic and so vibrant. And somewhere along the way, we start to bioaccumulate heavy metals and chemicals and petrochemicals. And we teach you how to eliminate most of this in our Juicing for Fat Loss program. And there will be more things to learn later on. And one of the key things to focus on in removing toxins from your lifestyle to improve your energy is get a shower filter and a kitchen filter, and make sure all the water streams touching your body and touching your food are pure. And I'm going to say that again. Make sure all the water streams that are touching your body and touching your food is pure water, to remove chloramines and heavy metals and fluoride. These are all endocrine disruptors, damaging the effects, damaging our thyroid and adrenals. And so pure water streams. Get a shower filter, get a water filter, and that's your first step to, getting more energy and detoxing, is making sure your water is clean. Crystal and I have been using a water filter and shower filter for over 10 years. And it's just one of those things we run automatic with. And it's like, for those of you new to this information, it's really, really important.
We have this question both on the event page and inside the Hangout, so I'm going to bring it up. And Leela on the event page says, where do you get Pure Living water? And then inside the Hangout, Tina says, where do you get a shower filter? So you can go ahead and...
Yeah, let me go get the book.
Oh, he's going. All right, I'm here, people. All right, now there's also the websites.
Yeah. So let's answer the shower filter first question, because that's a more simple question.
Okay.
I could do a 3-hour hangout on water.
which we might do, but not today.
Yeah, but it's unrelated to juicing for fat loss. Because really, Tina, the best place for a shower filter is aquasauna.com, and they have a $60 shower filter. The cartridge has a 6-month shelf life. You replace it every 6 months. So it removes over 90% of the chloramines, most all of the other contaminants, with the exception of the fluoride. It's a really good high-quality shower filter that's going to give you pure water in your shower, which means softer skin, more radiant hair. I mean, what did you notice from the shower filter?
My hair is much softer. My skin is softer and smoother. I feel so much. Here's the deal. I love our shower filter so much, and I notice such a big difference now between showering with and without a filter that when we travel, he brings our filter and we hook it up in the hotel.
We do. Yeah. We call maintenance and say, hey, will you put the shower filter on? Because we love pure water in our bodies that much.
You just bring pliers.
Sometimes.
Okay.
And so go to Aquasana, get a shower filter, and replace the cartridge every 6 months. Just make sure you write a marker on the filter cartridge when you installed it, and you go 6 months from installation. The next question was from Christy? Leela. So Leela.
Just start simple with RO.
So where you get pure living water is from a living spring.
Yeah.
And so you can go to findaspring.com and harvest your spring water. That's not very practical or reasonable for most people.
No, but we have some pretty crazy hippie friends who do that.
Yeah, we have some of your friends who go to a spring every weekend and harvest their spring water. That's where you get pure living water, is from the levity of water rising up through the hydrological cycle into a living spring, and you tap that pure living water. It's a form of mature water. And you can make your own living and structured water at home. And to learn how to do that, I recommend reading this book, Dancing with Water by M.J. Pangman. And so when I was working at the Tree of Life Rejuvenation Center from 2007 to 2009, we were in the desert and we got pretty thirsty. But all the water we were drinking, except the juice, I felt hydrated from juice, but I didn't feel hydrated from the filtered water we were drinking in the desert of the Tree of Life, which is in southern Arizona. So I began reading every book that was recommended to me by my teachers on water. And I began learning about vortexing, magnetic fields, mineral ions, the living energies in nature and Mother Earth, and how this plays a role in revitalizing water. So I began to do my own dance with water, just like this book teaches. And I began structuring my water. And we drink highly structured, energized water here with using the tools taught in this book. We also drink juice, 1 to 2 liters a day, which is a great source of easy to find, easy to make, pure living water. Because the water inside your fruits and vegetables is highly structured and alive from the biofields and the energies of nature. As the fruits and vegetables are growing, that water is bound in a matrix of minerals and enzymes and energetics. And when we use a slow speed juicer like the Omega, you're extracting that living water out of the juice, and it's hydrating your body really well. So in addition to purifying and dancing with your water at home, you can also drink juice, drink green juices, cucumber, celery, green apple, beet, carrot. All of these foods are rich in pure living water. And so those are your 2 primary sources.
Yeah. So Mike Fountain asks a great question when we're talking about minerals and hydrogen and oxygen and fuel for energy. He says when it comes to that, juicing or smoothies. I say, before you answer, I say both. What do you say?
Yeah, both juices and green smoothies are going to give you an abundance of hydrogen, oxygen, chlorophyll found in your fruits and vegetables. Juice is superior to smoothies because it's a concentrated form of liquid nutrition with more minerals. And so it's going
to go directly to your cells, directly into your body.
Yeah, and keep in mind, if you're watching from America, this is not true in Europe. The soils are much denser and healthier, but our American foods have significantly declined over the past 100 years, particularly after World War I and the Dust Bowl. And so what happened is, like, for example, a head of spinach from 1970s, they did a research in Canada, and they measured the nutrient value of organic spinach in the 70s, recorded it, and then they remeasured it again about 10 years ago. It would take 5 heads of spinach today to equivalent the nutritional value of one head of spinach from the 70s.
The 1970s?
Yeah, 1970s.
Wow, you mean like just not that
Just
long
about
ago.
40 years ago.
Wow.
And so Americans are not getting enough minerals from their food. This is why there's such a superfood craze going on right now of chia and maca and cacao and goji berries, because these foods come from high mountain altitudes, highly mineralized soils, nutrient-dense foods, and they start to fill the nutrient gap. And guess what? When we juice organic fruits and vegetables, we're concentrating those minerals. We're getting more from our food than we normally do when we eat organic foods. And so this is a very uncommonly known principle about nutrient density, or what's called nutrient saturation, is that even when you're eating the best foods in America, you're not getting enough just from your food. So supplementation, we now know, scientifically documented, supplementation is required to thrive, to get more than enough minerals and healthy micronutrients into your body. This is why we see so many tens of thousands of people healing with juicing, because a lot of people, even when they're eating the best of diet, they start adding juice, and it's flooding their body with the saturation point. It's getting them to a nutrient saturation point where they weren't able to get before with just eating food. And so juice is a way to concentrate the minerals and get more out of your organic fruits and vegetables.
And Mike says, I'm inspired to buy a juicer now. Way to go, Mike. We highly recommend it.
And Mike, we know you have kids, so when you get your juicer going, you bring your kids in the kitchen, you show them, look how cool this thing is, and you put them to work.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you do. They'll probably like it. So.
Yeah, so kids love juicers. You know, it spins and it makes water, and it's like a cool little gadget. So all of our families we introduce juicers to, particularly like little kids, like 3 and 4 year olds, you know, they start using the juicer, and the kids want to like get on a step stool and throw the vegetables in there with mom and dad. So if you invest in a juicer, Mike, we recommend the Omega brand, the Omega Vert 400, or the Omega VSJ 83, which is a new juicer that came out, which has the slowest rotation, the maximum oxygen and hydrogen content released into the juice. Also, the Kuvings Slow Speed Juicer is a great choice. And the Slow Star Slow Speed Juicer has a lot of benefits because the Slow Star also has a pulpit, what's it called, a mincer. So it has a mincer that makes baby foods and ice creams and purees and.
It has an extra gadget attachment.
Yeah. So check out the Omega Vert 400, the Kuvings Slow Speed Juicer, the Slow Star Juicer, and we recommend slow speed juicers for juicing because you get a 3-day shelf life with your juices. So you can make a gallon of juice in 30 minutes with a 3-day shelf life, and we teach a lot of tips and tricks on how to maximize your slow speed juicers in the Juicing for Fat Loss program. And when you get a slow speed juicer, it's going to save you time and money versus like the high speed juicers like a Breville juicer or a Green Star, or no, not a Green Star. Green Star is a slow speed. A Champion juicer, a Jack LaLanne juicer, which is the most popular juicer sold these days. So look at the slow speed technology. It's going to be more money, but it's going to be worth the investment. All the juicers I mentioned have a 10-year warranty, top to bottom. So check them out.
You ready for a question?
Yes.
Okay, Enzo asks, we've had a conversation. Okay, do natural sugars, this is about fatigue, do natural sugars create fatigue? Because sugar is always being labeled as a bad guy when it comes to fatigue. So we know processed sugars create a lot of heaviness and fatigue. What about natural ones?
That's related to uniqueness.
Yeah.
So what's important to understand is that every body type is unique, and if you have been eating too much bread, pasta, rice, sugar, flour, alcohol, and processed foods, you've probably depleted your body's ability to digest sugars, even natural sugars. So you really need to look at your own uniqueness, look at where your pancreas and adrenal health is, and
this is where we'll bring dysbiosis back in, where you're talking about that right in the beginning, the health of your digestive system. So if you're experiencing any of those symptoms you just mentioned,
constipation, irritability, bloating, fatigue, problems eliminating, you're only eliminating once a day or once every couple of days.
It's probably a good idea to keep eating your natural sugars to a minimum for a while your body rebalances itself.
Now, when you're making your juices, a little bit of green apple, some red beets and golden beets are good in balance with your cucumbers, celery, and greens. And so, there are sugars that heal, and then there are sugars that actually cause harm. And it's the processed sugars that have been demineralized, that the refined sugar that causes harm. The natural sugars, if you're not experiencing diabetes or hypoglycemia, those natural sugars are healing sugars. If you are experiencing blood sugar challenges, we recommend you do 80% cucumber and celery with some greens, lemon and lime, and a few drops of stevia, and your juices will be very delicious. And what you need to do with blood sugar problems is first bring more sweetness into your life, because diabetes and hyperglycemia is not necessarily a deficiency of minerals and hydrogen. It's also about your sweetness. It's about bringing that sweetness into your life through touch and love and music and dance and poetry. And most of our sweetness comes from life, and the food is nourishment for the body. The sweetness of life is nourishment for the soul. I'm going to say that again. Food is nourishment for your body. The sweetness of life is nourishment for your soul. And so if you are experiencing blood sugar issues, bring more sweetness into your life while you're adding juice, while you're cleansing the colon and the pancreas. A lot of people who have pancreatic issues and blood sugar challenges have major toxicity in the gallbladder and the colon. And the way the gallbladder toxins affect blood sugar is that the pancreatic bile duct and the gallbladder bile duct connect at the common bile duct, and the liver and gallbladder flow into the bottom of the stomach, and the pancreas flows through the common bile duct into the bottom of the stomach. And so if you have lots of gallbladder toxicity and gallstones, not problems digesting fat, neck and shoulder tension that's chronic, if you have gallbladder issues, that's going to block the flow of pancreatic bile, and it is going to negatively affect blood sugar. So what we've seen in our coaching practice over the past 14 years is people who cleanse liver gallbladder, who do gallbladder flushes, their blood sugar issues self-correct, because the gallbladder was actually the cause of the pancreatic issues, not necessarily sugar or more or less thereof, but it was that gallbladder toxicity. When that gallbladder heals, now the liver can flow, the gallbladder can flow, the pancreas can flow, and blood sugar will balance. And so how do you cleanse your liver and gallbladder? Just add juice and green juices, high water content, fruits and vegetables. And then we also have a hangout on our YouTube channel on liver cleansing. So we encourage you to watch that hangout, because that hangout may be the answer to sugar challenges, is learning how to support your liver and detoxify the liver and gallbladder.
All right, so
next question.
Someone inside the hangout says they were healing type 2 diabetes, and she doesn't have a gallbladder, so she's really experiencing some challenges with being healthy. Stay inside the hangout. We can talk about this after the broadcast finishes.
Yeah, we're going to stop broadcasting in about 6 minutes. So that's a question for after the broadcast.
Yeah, and it's a good one. So I just wanted to say it out loud and let you know. Stay here. We'll talk about it.
And then Enzo had a question about, it seems that the taste of his juice seems to dip a little when you leave a juice in the fridge, even when I use the Slow Star.
Yeah.
It seems a little flat.
It seems a little flat. It's true. It does. The flavor does change a little bit. You are, instead of, it's still oxidizing. It's just oxidizing much more slowly over time. I always prefer juice fresh out of the juicer, and for convenience sake, I like to make a larger quantity and then drink.
And one thing you can do to extend flavor and shelf life is to make sure you're using 1 quart mason jars like this with a plastic top, and you can buy the narrow mouth plastic tops, filling the jar all the way to the top, adding about 2 to 3 drops of essential oil of lemon or citrus fresh, and then sealing it tight. That will maximize flavor and nutrition.
Okay, so we had some rapid fire comments from the event page. I think I covered most of them, but one that I think is really good to go over again is from Leela. Can you please list those juicers again?
Yes.
Slowly. So here we go. Everybody, pen and paper. And these are juicers for you to research and see which one fits you best.
Yeah, and while I'm answering questions after the broadcast, I recommend Crystal go ahead and post them up on the event wall.
I'll do that later.
And direct links, yeah. So we'll have some direct links to our top 4 juicers. Mm-hmm. And so one of our favorite juicers is brand new. It's the Omega VSJ 86. or VSJ83. They have a really weird name.
It's a weird name. It's VSJ something.
And that's
I don't even know what it stands for.
That's one of our top of the line juicers because it's easy to use, easy to clean. It rotates at about 42 rotations a minute instead of 80, and it preserves maximum nutrient density. So the Omega VSJ83. Another juicer is the Omega Vert 400. The Omega Vert VRT 400.
And the Omega Vert is what we currently use.
Yeah, the Omega Vert is what we use. It's also what we teach at live events, and you can also go to our YouTube channel and watch a video on, the title of the video is How to Make Juicing Fun and Easy, or with Juicing for Fat Loss. Yeah, check out our video, our juicing video. It's 20 minutes long. The third juicer to look at is the Kuvings, Kuvings juicer. It's called the Kuvings Slow Speed Juicer.
Slow Speed or Slow Star?
Slow Speed.
Okay, Slow Speed.
Yeah, and so the Kuvings Slow Speed Juicer has a wider mouth at the top. It's about the size of a large apple. And so that means you don't have to pre-cut your produce. You can just throw whole apples and cucumbers down inside of it. That does save a little time, but it's not necessarily that big of an upgrade compared to the Omega Vert. They both have their pros and cons. The other juicer we like is the Slow Star juicer for families and babies. If you're a mom and you're watching this and you want to get a good juicer for your family and make baby food, the Slow Star juicer has a mincing attachment that minces your organic fruits and vegetables, and you can make your own, purees and minced organic fruits and veggies, and then freeze that for baby food later. So that's a really good option for moms and families, is the Slow Star.
And then we have another really good comment here from Christy, who says she makes 2 gallons of green juice a day for her husband and herself every 3 days. Thanks for saying it's okay to juice this way. It saves me so much time by not juicing every day. And later on, she does say she has an Omega Vert 400, so we know she's using a good slow speed juicer to do that. So yeah. Way to go, Christy.
Way to go, Christy. And keep in mind, every liter of green juice you're drinking has an accumulative effect to replenish hydrogen and minerals in your body, and you will start seeing greater and greater health benefits as you're just adding these green juices. And for Christy, we know a blood sugar is a challenge for you, so we recommend using the Omega stevias, like the Omega Sweet Blossom Stevia and Plain Stevias, in your green juices, because it really does add a little sweetness. And that sweetness is sometimes needed in our juices when we're avoiding like carrot or apple or beet. And so check out the Omega Sweet Blossom Stevia or the Omega Plain Stevia and adding that to your green juices. It's delicious, and just a couple drops per liter, maybe 4 drops per gallon. And remember, less is more, because stevia is 200 times sweeter than sugar.
So it's time to wrap up our hangout for today. We obviously can talk about this stuff forever.
For a long time.
But it's a good idea to keep it capped at 60 minutes.
Thank you for everybody who's watching and everyone who joined in the hangout. You're awesome.
Yes.
And just add juice and get juicy.
And if you're inside the hangout, hang around.
Yes.
A lot of hanging.
And we'll be able to answer your questions.
Yeah, we'll answer questions. So stay tuned for our next hangout that's happening when? August 16th.
August 16th. That's in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, because we're going to be out of town 2 weeks from now. Yeah. So August 16th, same time, 11 a.m. Central, where we talk about smoothie secrets revealed. Smoothie secrets.
And stay tuned for this hangout, because we're going to be unveiling our newest product, Blending for Beauty. And we're going to be teaching you how to cultivate beautiful skin and body from within through our best elixir recipes, green smoothie recipes, how to make sprouted nut milks that are easy and delicious. And we're going to teach you, in this program, we're teaching our top 22 supplements for beauty. And these are products that Chris and I use every day, and it gives us our glow. So a lot of people have commented on our skin and how much we glow. And keep in mind, we didn't start this way. It took several years of juicing and blending for beauty. And now we're creating a whole blending product to really give you our best information on smoothies, elixirs, supplements, and sprouted nut milks. All the things we do in addition to juicing. And so juicing is a powerful foundation, and if you want to learn more about blending, stay tuned for our hangout August 16th at 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. And I'm almost getting
noon Eastern.
And I'm almost getting these time zones correct. So yeah, 11 a.m.
4
Central.
GMT. How about that?
Yeah, 4 p.m. GMT. So August 16th, what was the name of it? Smoothie Secrets Revealed.
We'll see you there. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Cheers.